Hello again. Today we've got a Skaven list. We'll be running Thankful. He'll be armed with 2 and 2 melee options, and 2 warp fire throwers. We're going to have a Warlord, so he'll have 2 spells today, Death Frenzy and Skitterleap. We've got 2 Engineers. One of them will have the Vial of the Fulminator artifact. We got more power and Levitate on the other one, as his other spell. And the second Engineer is going to have Hoarfrost and Merciless Blizzard. We'll have a Claw Lord right here. He'll be there to support these 3 units of Clan Rats we have right here. 2 units of 20 and a unit of 40. Try and see what Hoarfrost and extra attacks characteristics on them can give us. We got 2 Grey Seers. Also, as a result of the Warlord, going to have 2 spells each. The one on the Stegodon head there is going to be our General. He's going to have the command trait Eater of Magic from the new GHB. He'll have the spells Hoarfrost and Skitterleap. The Grey Seer, the Goku Rat as he's called, because he's floating on that flying disc there. He's going to have Death Frenzy and Merciless Blizzard. We got 2 Warp Lightning Cannons in this list for a little bit of shooting, some mortal wounds, 1 Engineer for each one to be able to overcharge them, 2 Doom Wheels, and the Geminids. That'll round us out at 2,000 points. Got a Warlord and the Antorian Acolytes battalion with the 2 Grey Seers for the extra primal dice. And because we're taking 3 Master Clan heroes, Thankful, and the 2 Grey Seers on foot, we'll have 3 claw steps ahead, which means that we'll be able to copy the first natural charge, first natural run roll, and units will be able to pile in extra 3 inches after the first unit does. So it's a little bit different. Doom Wheels can do some damage by flying over units, 2 up D3 mortals, and they can do an extra piling because of claw steps. Something I've been wanting to try out for a while.
Alright, today I'll be playing Disciples of Tzeentch with host Arcanum. My grand strategy will be Master of Destiny. I have 2 battalions, a battle regiment, and a command entourage. In the command entourage I have Kairos Fateweaver. It's a Lord of Change, but I'm going to use it at that for now. Who has the spells Unchecked Mutation and Bolt of Tzeentch. The Magister on disc has the spells Bolt of Tzeentch and Arcane Suggestion. The Ogroid Thaumaturge has the Artifact Secret Eater and the spells Merciless Blizzard and Shield of Fate. Then the Curseling is my general. He has the cult's Demagogue and the spells Arcane Suggestion and Hoarfrost. He is in my battle regiment along with all my units. I have 2 units of Acolytes and 2 units of Tzaangors. They have double weapons. The Acolytes have a weapon and a shield. And then I have the unit of Pink Horrors over here, along with Tome of Eyes, the Burning Sigil, and the Malevolent Maelstrom. At 1970 points with the Triumph Inspired.
Alright, today we'll be playing Every Step is Forward, and it's going to be an interesting deployment there, a little bit different than normal. But if you make a charge roll onto an objective, you'll count as an additional model for the turns of controlling it. And if you go and retreat off of the objective, you'll count as no controlling. So here's kind of our deployment. We got Skaven over here on this side. Warp Lightning Cannons lined up. Some Doom Wheels. 40 unit Clan Rats. Thankful's just outside of Dispel and Unbind range. There, got our General ready to shrug off one of the 40 Clan Rats. Got 1 unit of 20 over here, just outside of 9 inches of enemy territory. Tzeentch is all lined up over here.
Got my Acolytes, Tzaangors, all my foot heroes here. He's in there too. Kairos, more Acolytes, Tzaangors, and the Pink Horrors on this edge here.
Okay, and you finished deploying first.
I'm gonna give you the turn.
Alright, going into Skaven turn 1.
Then I rolled my Destiny dice.
And you rolled your
3 6s, 3 5s, 3 and 2 1s.
pretty good roll.
Yeah.
Going into Skaven turn 1. Alright, we got into the movement phase for Skaven. We moved up this 40-man unit of clan rats. We chose as our battle tactic the
Surround and destroy.
Surround and Destroy for having 3 units wholly within 6 inches of a board edge. 2 of them have to be wholly outside of my deployment zone. I chose this Doom Wheel and that one over there, and this unit of clan rats right here. And they're at the end of the movement phase. We got 12 guys on this objective, just wholly within this board edge, my board edge. The Doom Wheel over there got more power off on it. It went through the null hole, so it's wholly within 6 of a board edge over there. And then this one, we put Vala the Fulminator on it, so it could move double its movement. And it flew over that unit of pinks and did 1 mortal wound because it got 30 inches on its movement and bounced back to the mystical and is fixing to shoot them. This Warp Lightning Cannon took 3 wounds from the automatic cast on the sigil. The clan rats lost 3 guys and a spawn came up. So we just wanted to keep the Warp Lightning Cannon outside of being able to get tagged by it so that we could still do some shooting. We did teleport through the with Skitterleap this engineer over here in preparation for being able to send a cannon through or something else in the future here. So we're fixing to go into the shooting phase for Skaven. Into the Skaven turn 1. We did some shooting over here with this Doom Wheel. Killed a couple of pinks, got them starting to split, so make some progress there. Shot with this Warp Lightning Cannon into the Acolytes, did 5 mortals there. The Doom Wheel that went through the back over here, and with more power, shot into Kairos and did 7 wounds. But I did more Warp Bolt him, so we had 10 on the attacks characteristics. We did roll a double, so we did take 6 mortal wounds as a result. So that gets us a couple wounds on him. And then we did our combat with the spawn. The clan rats took him out, got our D3 back from them, and we got 2 dead from that unit. So that's going to score us 1 for 1, 1 for 2, and 1 for more. Going into Tzeentch, turn 1.
End of the hero phase for Tzeentch. I chose my battle tactic, Tide of Anarchy on this, so I'm going to try and take that with 9 or more models.
That objective over here with the Doom Wheel.
Got a few spells off. I got a few of them unbound or dispelled. Did not get any off with him. Got some off with him. I don't remember where I did. Let's see. He got Mystic Shields. I failed.
He did an Arcane Suggestion.
Yeah, he did.
They failed that.
An Arcane Suggestion for -1 to save on them.
You killed the Doom Wheel.
2 spells to kill the Doom Wheel. What else? What did these guys? Oh, they cast their spell on themselves for +1 rend for their shooting. And
everything else got told no to.
Yeah, pretty much.
I had I had more, I think, cast than you did.
I think so, yeah.
And we threw all our primal die back and forth at each other.
You dispelled my sigil?
Yep, sigil's not there anymore. So going into the movement phase for Tzeentch, Doom Wheel is dead.
Yeah. End of Tzeentch's turn. Made the charge with the pink horrors over here. They're now blues and brims, but took this objective and got the battle tactic. Moved all this stuff up just to take this objective. Left him in the open, kind of regretting that because now the Warp Lightning Cannon can shoot him. Charged in the Ogroid and did quite a bit of damage. I got more than normal.
Killed 11 clan rats there, had the Inspiring Presence, or we probably would have lost that.
Also, I got a Destiny dice because of his artifact from it. Did some damage over here, took the objective.
Made it in with the Tzaangors with an 11-inch charge, and the Acolytes made it in.
Yeah.
Yep. Battle shocked a couple of clan rats off here, lost 11 in this unit and this unit.
Yeah. End of the turn. Going to roll off.
Yep, end of the turn, and you got 5 points. Roll off.
Got a 6.
Okay, 6 for Tzeentch and a 5 for
I'm going to take the turn.
Skaven. Alright, taking the turn. Going into Tzeentch, turn 2.
End of Tzeentch's hero phase. I got 3 casts off. They cast on themselves a +1 rend on their missile. He used Destiny Dice to auto-cast the Burning Sigil. And the Ogroid cast his Warspell spell on the Warp Lightning Cannon, doing 3 mortal wounds and healing himself. My battle tactic was Ninefold Dismantlement on them, so I have to slay that unit and have to start with Ironborn models. Yeah, going into the movement phase. End of the charge phase. I charged in a unit of Tzaangors and Acolytes. Did some clan rats. I used my Destiny Dice to get him into the other clan rats to make sure I get my battle tactic. Yeah, that's it for the charge phase. The Burning Sigil did not, well, it did some damage to the Warp Lightning Cannon, but did not make any spawns. And
Yeah, I left the Warp Lightning Cannon on 1 wound, and then in shooting,
yeah, my Curseling shot it, but did not hit. He rolled a 1 on his attacks and a 1 to hit.
couple wounds
Yeah.
on the Doom Wheel over there.
Yeah, a wound on him
Yep.
from their shooting. Did not roll very good on the blues. But that's it. Yeah.
Going into combat phase.
End of Tzeentch's turn. I completed my battle tactic. And I did need the Curseling, and he finished off the unit of clan rats. Acolytes took a lot of damage over here, but the Tzaangors only took 3 from the clan rats. Killed 8 clan rats. A few more blues floated there, and did 3 total damage over there. With the clan rats comeback and everything. Score 1 for 1, 1 for 2, 1 for more, and battle tactic for 5. So I'm gonna get up to 10 points to 5 right now.
Yep. Going into bottom of turn 2. Skaven. Okay. End of the movement phase for Skaven turn 2. We did some casting. We went with the Merciless Blizzard with this little engineer who's been hiding out over in the corner, and we actually did 17 mortal wounds to the Tzaangors. We had to use 2 primal dice to get it off, and we got too high of a cast for Tzeentch to do anything about it, even with their Destiny dice there, so that was good. 17 mortal wounds, left 1 Tzaangor alive. We took our battle tactic of led into the Maelstrom, and we chose this hero right here and this unit, this battle line unit, to be within 3 inches of an enemy unit at the end of the turn. We were going to kind of pull back to this objective, but after that went off, we're kind of pushing back on this objective a little bit. So that's the play. Moved up here across the board. Warp Lightning Cannon moved up a little bit. Thankful's coming to help over here. Really wanted to roast these guys over here, but need some help with this objective. Everything else kind of generally moved up. We did get Death Frenzy off. And Doom Wheel's still hanging out over there, holding off the horde of jelly. So going into the shooting phase. So into Skaven turn 2. Some combat over here. Ended up taking this objective. Did some damage to the Tzaangors there. Stayed outside of range of the Brimstones. Doom Wheel continues to just double pile in and do 2 up D3s. Thankful failed his charge over here, but we were happy with the at least having the objective for sure. We wanted to make sure that we'd get our battle tactic by making the charge over here. We made the charge with the clan rats, which would not count for controlling the objective because they retreated. The Gracier made it in, and the engineer did. We scurried away with the engineers so we could not kill these acolytes, and we only tagged with just 1 clan rat on them. He failed to do any damage, and the Gracier only put 1 through, which he saved. So we left the Ogroid, kind of wish we would have gotten into him with Thankful, but we did tag the objective with Thankful, taking that. So we will score 5 points, our battle tactic, and hold more. Bringing us to a tied game. 10-10. Want to roll off for the turn 3.
Destiny dice for this.
And Tzeentch wins it with a 4 to 2.
I'm gonna take it.
Gonna take it. Gonna go into Tzeentch, turn 3.
End of the hero phase. I cast Infernal Gateway on him, but rolled 6 ones, so only did 2 damage. I got off the Flaming Sigil. He failed his spell. He got his spell unbound or dispelled. So only got 2 spells off there. Took the battle attack as appraisal, so I have to kill the Warp Lightning Cannon because he killed my general, the Curseling. And that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, had some back and forth. Primal dice were used along the way there. Some spicy rolls. Warp Sparks came in. He's got 4 of them. The Warp Lightning Cannon blew itself up, did 15 mortal wounds to itself last turn. I don't think we covered that. So it's gone. And this one's not long for the world. So going in the movement phase.
End of the charge phase. Killed the Doom Wheel in shooting and was able to charge into horrors into the unit, so hopefully take that objective. The Sigil turned one of my Tzaangors into a spawn. Kairos charged into Thankful. The Ogroid charged in, and I got the Magister into the Engineer back here. Yeah, going into the combat phase.
And Warp Lightning Cannon survived some shooting and did an Unleash Hell, but only did 1 mortal. So lost a clan rat over here. Still kind of grinding it out. He's coming from my little heroes everywhere. Everybody's distributing. This was an important death on the Doom Wheel there because
stopping that from charging in, being double.
Yeah, so
objective.
They made the charge, so now they counted as double for controlling that objective. So good play on that combat phase.
End of the turn for Tzeentch. I charged in here and killed the Warp Lightning Cannon with the Ogroid barely for my battle tactic, and did total of 7 wounds to Thankful.
9, and then he healed 2 at the end of the combat phase from his D3 heal. Yep.
Kairos took a 9 wounds.
Yep, 9 damage from Thankful.
He ran away from the Magister, piled in. The spawn did 1 damage, and I did take the objective by one model. So I'm going to be scoring 5 points for the turn.
Yep. No damage done over here, so we're still holding up, being held up by these 2 Acolytes, and another 5 points. So that's bringing Tzeentch to 15, and Skaven 10. About going in the bottom of turn 3 for Skaven. Okay, end of the shooting phase for Skaven. Bottom of turn 3. We picked our battle tactic to have 2 units retreat and 2 units make a charge. We picked the Clan Rat unit here, our Grey Seer to make a retreat move, this Engineer to make a charge into these Acolytes, and we picked our General, this Grey Seer over here on the Stegadon head to make a charge. We ran our Engineer over here, Auto 6, to take that objective. You'll see the big bird's no longer there. That was a interesting series of casting rolls. We got Madness off on him, only did 3 mortals. Then we ended up getting Arcane Bolt. There was a lot of back and forth trying to get him with the Engineer spell over there and some other things, but some good back and forth casting, but we ended up getting him with an Arcane Bolt that we released at the start of the movement phase with 3 mortals. Got Finest Hour on Thankful, see if we can take her out the Ogroid, and that's it. Just looking to score our 5 points again. Start of the charge phase. End of Skaven turn 3. We took some hard casualties over here from the Clan Rats, but we ended up rolling a 1-hour battle shock, so we hold this objective 12 to what, like 9, something like that. You had
10.
12 to 10, just barely. We did run our engineer earlier in the movement phase, and we did accomplish our battle tactic over here. Engineer made it into the charge, did no damage there. Thankful did 0 damage to the Ogroid, even though he was finest houred. Ogroid did some damage back to him, but after healing, it ended up being just 1 more wound net, so he's taking 8. And that'll be 5 points for the turn. Still tied up, 15-15, into the roll off for turn 4. Okay, Tzeentch wins the turn again. 5 to 3.
Taking it.
Taking it.
End of the charge phase, I charged in with the Magister, tried to shoot over here, didn't do that. Got 0 spells off. Shot the clan rats, did 2 damage. Battle tactic is intimidate the invaders.
Yep, you'll probably get that automatically. Everybody's pretty much in my deployment zone except for the Brimstones. So,
Start of combat.
start a combat phase, did a finest hour on the Claw Lord, thought he was coming that way.
End of the turn. Scored 2 points for battle tactic. Didn't get this one. He did 7 damage to the Brimstone Horrors in melee.
Yeah, somehow.
Over there, nothing happened. And here, I did not kill Thankful. So I did not get any objectives this turn.
Yeah, Thankful got down to 1 wound after the Ogroid. Went into combat with him. Somehow survived that. And then he rolled 3 6s on his ward for the Ogroid's last damage through, so didn't take that. And he Thankful tried to kill the Magister there, and only did 2 damage to him, flubbed everything. The Magister ended up striking back into him and put 1 through.
Yeah,
1 attack through that was worth 3 damage. We failed.
Yeah, D3 damage.
Yeah, worth D3 damage. He rolled 3 on it. We failed that with a 1, and then for the 3 damage on the 5-up ward, we rolled 2 6s and a 5 somehow. So and he heals D3 at the end of the turn. So he's back. He's got 2 left on him. That scores you the battle tactic for 2 for the turn.
Up to
17 to 15. Going into Skaven, turn 4, bottom of 4. Skaven, turn 4, bottom of 4. We took our battle tactic, intimidate the invaders, and we moved all these units into the enemy territory. The general was already there. This guy moved over into it. We used the War Scroll spell from the engineer to take out the 2 acolytes. And we wanted Thankful to take the Curseling out, the Magister, so that hopefully we could set up for a magical dominance maybe as our final battle tactic. But he couldn't do the last wound to him. He did take out the Ogroid with a Madness using a Primal Dice, and you used the Primal Dice, and I think you were shy of just 1.
Yeah, just 1.
So, but the Spawn took out the Claw Lord. He rolled.
Yeah.
How much on his attacks character?
He rolled 12 on the attacks characteristics and 2 6s to kill him.
Nice, yeah, did the mortal wounds on the 6s, so he's down. That'll scores 5 points, bringing Skaven to 20
to
17. Thankful survived with 1 wound somehow. 5-up ward still, so roll off for turn 5. You got a 5 versus a 4. Skaven wins the first turn, and we'll take it, probably round it out there. So going into the top of turn 5, Skaven. Alright, Skaven into Skaven turn 5. Able to close it out here. We killed the Spawn with the Wither from the general over there. We had to take Magical Mayhem to kill the Magister on disc with spells. You had an auto disc spell because you are host.
Yeah, Arcanum.
Arcanum. So we tried Madness and we got Madness off. We didn't roll any primal dice, so it all had to be natural. And we just barely got Thankful's Madness off. War Scroll spell to do mortals. We only had to do 1 wound. But you used your auto on that, auto dispel on that. Makes sense. And then we got an Arcane Bolt off, and you weren't able to. And that was your only cast. So we killed him at the start of the shooting phase, and we scored 1 for 1, 1 for 2, 1 for more, and that closes us out with a with 25, another 5 points for the turn, and then Grand strategy was to keep 2 Master Clan heroes alive and a Scryer hero, and we got both our Scryer heroes left. So that's going to be 28 to 17.
Yep.
First game with Tzeentch there. Learning process, new army, exciting times. Any thoughts?
No, not really. Just need to figure out how to use this stuff that I have.
Anything you enjoyed and would do again?
More pink cores.
More pinks. You got 2 more boxes, huh?
10 more pink cores.
Oh, 10 more pink cores with the blues and the brims coming. Alright. Well, cool. I'm not sure if the Warp Lightning Cannons were a good choice. And I need to work on tactics with the Doom Wheel. The one Doom Wheel that did survive for most of the game over there did a substantial amount of wounds to that pink unit. Just with 2 up D3 mortals.
Almost 30 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
Total.
So that was interesting. And that's it.